Hey there YouTube. Today I'd like to talk about how I ended up with Yamaha XT250 and what I think about it. So I'd like to go through a little bit of history of me and motorcycles. And this all starts back in middle school when I got my Honda 50, which I would drive around the yard all day, make nice trails. Then I ended up with the 1966 Benelli 125, and even with my friend's dad's help, I never got the thing started. Then I had a Honda XL 125, rode that around the yard as well back when I was in high school, but I never got any kind of license or plates for it, so even though it was a dual sport, it stayed in the yard. Then a few years goes by, I end up getting a Honda CB450. This is kind of like my first real motorcycle, I felt like. I drove it to work, put on some miles in Indianapolis on the thing. It ended up catching on fire and I actually burned my hand due to a faulty gas tank valve. Then I ended up with this 1965 Bridgestone 90 two-stroke. Drove around the block a couple times, drove in the yard a couple times, really didn't get anywhere. I was married at the time, and my wife was not happy about me having a motorcycle anyway. When she met me, I had the Honda, and she didn't like that either. So in the meantime, we moved a couple times, had kids. I mean, a lot of you probably know the routine. Motorcycles were not even on the back burner. They weren't even on the stove at that point. So now I'm getting a little older, going through midlife crisis. I see this Hawk 250, and it's only $1,400. And I have a little mini bike made in China, and that thing runs great. So I thought, hey, maybe I should get that. But then I thought about the DR350 SE. Although it's way too big for somebody like me with short legs. And you've got the TW200 and you've got the XT225. I thought about those as well. So I started looking on Craigslist, started looking on Facebook Marketplace. My wife wasn't happy about this. And then I found my Yamaha, it's a 2009 XT250 on OfferUp or Let Go, or one of those things. And it was only $1,500. So I said, wow, I got to get this thing. And this is, COVID had just started, right? So I grabbed my Harbor Freight trailer. I go meet the guy. He's an older gentleman. Doesn't look like he would be interested in the XT250 at all. He's like 6 foot something. Probably weighs 300 plus pounds. Anyway, I buy it for $1,400. He's got the title. Ohio's real weird about titles. You got to sign in front of a notary and everything. So I met him over at a place with a notary. We sign all the paperwork, except he puts, instead of 3,000 something miles, he puts 300,000 something miles on the title. So I'm totally screwed. But like I said, it's COVID. I just want to get this motorcycle. I got a good deal on it. I want to get it home. I don't care what the title says. I'm keeping it for a while. I took a picture of the local paper and the odometer, which said 3,000 something miles, just so I would have some sort of evidence. And I brought the Yamaha home. And you guys have seen my videos. I've driven a lot of places around the Cincinnati area with this. I love this bike. I like the fact that it's dual sport and I can ride it on trails and things. I haven't really done much trail riding, but I just like the fact that I can do that. I'm not a real highway cruiser kind of guy, so I'm not planning on really ever getting it on the interstate. I'd rather take the back roads anyway. I took my CB450 on the highway back in Indianapolis, and I just wasn't a fan of riding on the highway. I didn't like the level of awareness that you need and always looking out for potholes and things like that. I just didn't like it. So I'm real happy with this 250. It's fast enough for me. It's very reliable. I like the way it rides. It's comfortable. It's good for my fit. You know, it sits high up, but I've got short legs and it's just fine. So I'm real happy with my XT250. And that's really all I wanted to bring up, just to have a short video on the history of my bikes, and I hope you enjoyed it.